Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. So, you may have noticed this week's theme of videos have been talking about LEGO as a whole, and how they've been treating Ninjago over the course of over this past year and a half, especially to do with Crystallized. But now, I want to shift that focus to what LEGO should do in the future to improve this, so something like Crystallized or that year-long content drought does not happen again. Because obviously, if that happens again, I think most Ninjago fans would just rage quit and just not want to watch whatever is coming next, because it basically kills all the hype. So, what should LEGO do to prevent this issue from happening? Well, obviously, number one, promote the damn thing. That's a big issue that LEGO has had in over the past year and a half. They've been very lackadaisical with promoting Ninjago, and that includes sets and the show. I mean, I've seen it barely advertised, if at all, over this past year and a half. It's almost like they don't care. And maybe they don't, as I mentioned before in my previous video. But if they truly do care about Ninjago, then they might as well promote it. I'm pretty sure multiple content creators like myself have said, this theme cannot survive without good marketing. If it has the worst marketing, no one's going to care for it, and eventually it's going to die. So, that's obviously the one thing they need to do. Number two, care about the show as much as you do care about the sets. Sorry. Obviously, the sets are the one thing that's keeping Ninjago alive right now. It's practically its life force at this point. But I feel that same respect isn't the same with the show. And that's where I think it definitely needs to improve on. I think this same respect with the sets being a primary source of income should definitely go to the show as well. As I said before, promoting the show, saying brand new episodes going to be coming out on LEGO's YouTube channel on this day at this time for whatever region it is. And I'll go into the region things later. And they just really need to give that show, this new United show, the same respect as the sets. Because obviously, the sets are it's essentially like the life support machine of Ninjago. If you take that away, Ninjago's dead. But if you take away the show away, it's still going to be there. And I just feel that the show deserves the same amount of respect as the sets, because a lot of people, like myself, are show purists who really don't give a rat's ass about the sets, and are just merely watching it and fans of it because of the show. So they need to treat the show with the same amount of respect as the sets do. Number three, don't region block. Now, this may be the hardest one to achieve, considering international laws and all that mumbo-jumbo. But a big issue noting Ninjago Crystallized is, especially with the episodes being uploaded into the LEGO official YouTube channel, is that a lot of them were region blocked in a lot of places. And that can make things very, very awkward, especially for certain Ninjago fans of certain regions who may only use YouTube as their primary source of entertainment, because TV is pretty much almost dead in the water at this point. No one really watches TV. At least my generation doesn't. I'm referring to the old people like my parents and your grandparents that still watch it. But our generation, Gen Z, pretty much does not watch TV anymore. It's all about the streaming sites, and YouTube is easily in the front of the pack. So why not just don't reach and block your content just because certain countries still air it on TV? Why not just make sure everyone has it all on YouTube so that you could prevent stuff like this from happening. Obviously, this is probably the biggest reach of the video so far, and I mentioned this several months back when this whole thing became an issue. And it may never happen, but it's definitely something I hope that Lego can at least improve on. The fourth thing that Lego should do is try to stop catering to one particular demographic. Now, this particular demographic I'm referring to is kids. Most notably kids ages at least 7. Like at least ages 7 and older. Or the 7 to 12 region. While I understand why this is the main demographic, they failed to see that the big reason Ninjago got big in the first place is that while it did have its main demographic, it appealed to all demographics. It was a show that everyone could enjoy. It was a family-friendly show. It was not just a kids show, but a family show. And I feel that Ninjago has basically lost that part of its identity, which I'll definitely cover in a future video. But they need to stop trying to cater to just kids and think about their older fan base. But obviously, they don't make it too extreme so that the kids themselves don't watch it. But don't pretend like OG fans just don't exist. Because it seems like they're trying to weed out all the OG fans just so they can invite more kid fans to replace them. It just feels like we're being replaced by a bunch of kids. And to me, that feels disrespectful. Because we're the ones that gave this show life. If it wasn't for us, this show would not exist. And we would not be talking about it here today. So, as I mentioned before in my OG fans deserve much more respect video. So they need to expand their reach. And make it so that everyone can like it. Obviously, they could cater to what. Obviously, they could have the main demographic set out, but don't make it so that's the only demographic that could actually enjoy this content. And the fifth and final thing Lego, I think, should do is just overall listen to your fans. I mean, Lego as a corporation has a very bad habit of just not listening. I mean, the Lego ideas over the past few years is definitely the biggest example I can think of. Like, I remember people were so hyped up for Sokata, I think that's his name, his 20-year anniversary Bionicle set idea. And guess what? It didn't get selected. But you know what did get selected? A motherfucking typewriter. So, yeah. Lego needs to stop having their head up their ass and actually discover they have fans that actually want to help them be better. They can't just block out all criticism and just expect everything to go their way. Obviously, as a corporation, it's pretty hard for them to listen because corporations almost never listen these days. But there is that slim chance that maybe they do listen. Maybe they do actually care. But who knows? And these are 5 things that I think Lego should do to improve Ninjago. What do you guys think? What else do you think Lego should do to improve Ninjago as a whole? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification button to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye.